We're not quite starting yet, but Miss Bridgewater, I noticed this calendar is short for a Monday. Is there an add-on calendar?
I'm praying that it is, and I haven't received notice that there is.
It is.
It
How
is.
many how many are on our add-on calendar?
I think it may be four.
I was going
Okay.
to say we had a lot of filing errors, so a lot of stuff went down late. So yeah, I believe there will be an add-on.
Yeah,
All
we're
right.
going
But
to
if we can
book.
figure that out as quickly as possible, because it's hard for me to not be able to look at the things ahead of time without that. Have all defense attorneys had the opportunity to speak to their clients before we begin?
I am still trying to interview Nikia McLester. Other than that, everybody else was interviewed.
Where is that person? Do we know?
I believe she is at Rice Street, so they are trying to get her right now for me.
Okay.
And you
And we
kind
just,
of,
oh,
okay.
I'm sorry, Miss Kim, were you speaking?
No, I
No,
was just
that's
going to
fine.
give the judge her reset date, which is June 30th.
We just got acceptance of Alvin Bolton as a felony transfer.
Okay.
I don't see him on his calendar anyway.
He's on the he's on the calendar, Your Honor.
Bolton?
Bolton?
He's going to be on the add-on calendar, and we're going to
Um,
have to address bond because he was accused. So he still would need to be heard, and the transfer order will need to be sent over.
Okay. All right, good afternoon, everyone. We're going to go ahead and get started. This is the State Expedited Accusations calendar in the State Court of Fulton County, Georgia. I am Judge Melanie Williams. Today is June 15th of 2026, and at this calendar, we will address matters for those individuals who've been recently arrested, but the cases have already been formally accused and bound over to state court. All defendants, you have an absolute right to remain silent. Anything you say regarding the facts of your case can and will be used against you. You also have the right to counsel today. Those are the rights I'll be referring to when I ask you later if you understand your rights. Also, as you can see, I'm conducting this hearing by video. It is being live streamed and it is also being recorded. That means any member of the public can log on and watch this proceeding. Those who receive a signature bond will be reset for the notice. Those who receive a surety or a cash bond are going to our state all-purpose calendar on June the 30th, whereby aspects of the case, including bond, can be revisited. I believe we addressed all outstanding matters. Who do we have first?
Oh, well, number 11, Mr. Delgado.
Okay, and does anybody need interpretation today?
Well, we don't need interpretation, Your Honor.
I mean, not just for this case, but any case. Is there anyone that's gonna need an interpreter? Okay. Okay. All right, Mr. Delgado Pineda, your case is 26 CR 003926J. You're charged with reckless driving and fleeing and attempted to elude an officer. Do you understand your rights?
Yes, I do.
All right, thank you, Ms. Harvey.
Yes, Your Honor. 2 cycles. The last arrest was February 17th, 2024, out of DeKalb County for purchase, possession, or having a controlled substance, and possession of drug-related objects. That case was not presented to the grand jury. The recommendation is a level 1 and nothing further.
All right, thank you so much. Whose case is this for the state? Oh, Ms. Estrada, this is your
Yes,
case?
ma'am. This is mine.
All right, you look a little dark there. All right, there we are. Please proceed.
So we are asking for a $2,500 surety bond, $1,000 for the reckless driving, and $1,500 for the fleeing. We would like no alcohol, drugs, or weapons, no further violation of the law while out on bond, and any other conditions that you choose to initiate. He has a clean driving history except for the stop in 2024. And other than that, that's all we're asking for.
All right, thank you, Mrs. Stroud. I'm sorry, and counsel, you're in a really small window. Will you who represents this defendant?
This would be me, Your Honor, Attorney Zubin Abraham Ahmed with the Fulton County Public Defenders.
All right, Attorney Abraham, do you object to the signature bond at level 1 and no driving unless he has a valid license and no further violations of the law?
Sorry, it was a signature bond, Your Honor.
Yes.
And then, sorry, the terms were level 1 and then no driving without a valid license.
No, we
Right.
did not say signature. We said a surety bond.
I know that I didn't say what you said. I said what I said. Thank you, Mrs. Strada. Love you.
Oh, my
All right.
apologies.
I said, do you object to a signature bond at level 1 with the conditions that he's to have a valid license and no further violations of the law?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, defendant is going to receive a $2,500 signature bond at level 1 through pretrial services, $1,500 on the reckless, $1,000 on the fleeing. He's to have no further violations of the law, and he's to not drive unless he has a valid license issued by the state of Georgia. Is there anything additional from state of defense? Of course, he's to have no alcohol, drugs, weapons as a condition.
What level was that? I'm sorry.
Level 1.
Thank you.
Nothing from the state.
All right, best of luck to you, sir. Who do we have next?
Position 3, Miss Bell.
Okay, Miss Bell, your case is 26 CR 00391 0039160. You're charged with simple battery family violence. You understand your rights?
Yes.
All right, thank you, Miss Harvey.
7 cycles. Last arrest was September 9th, 2025, out of Spalding County for a probation violation. There's an FTA from 2023, 2024 simple assault, and 2023 theft by shoplifting. Recommendations level 1. Nothing further.
All right, thank you, Miss Evans Battle. Is this your case?
I believe Miss.
Yeah, that's mine.
Oh, Miss Spear,
Ms. Spear.
Miss Spear, please proceed.
Yes, Your Honor. We're asking for a $1,000 surety. Pretrial she has an open felony criminal damage to property from MARTA from this year, 26 PI 004721. Regardless, state's asking for a $1,000 surety. We haven't reached the victim, so it'll be no further contact with the victim, Jarvis, I believe it is, Pop, P-O-P-P. Stay away from 3021 and or 3086 Middleton Road.
Miss,
Do
Oh,
need a
no, don't
social
do that. Whoever that is, don't do that. Continue, Ms. Spear.
and a social worker visit is in order at this time.
I'm sorry,
No drugs.
30.
3021 and or 3086.
Okay, thank you. All right. Do you want to very briefly put just a brief summation of the facts since this is a violence alleged case?
Oh, yes, Your Honor, I apologize. This happened back in March 28th. Miss Bell called 911 saying she had a brick and Mr. Pop had a firearm. However, there was an off-duty officer who was listed as a witness who said there was no firearm. He said that he did see Miss Bell throw a rock of some kind at the victim. And then she shoved their 13-month-old child who was in a stroller. The child fell out of the stroller, landed on her back. She ran away and took the child's belongings, bottle food, and stroller with her. The victim said that they are both homeless and he was going to drop their daughter off with the grandmother when this happened.
Okay. I'm sounding for Mr. Pop. It sounds like you're here. If you wish to make a statement, you need to turn on your computer quickly and please raise your right hand.
all right.
Do you swear or affirm the testimony given today will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, what would you like to tell me, Mr. Pop? What I'm most concerned of concerns you have for your safety and whether you wish to have contact with the defendant.
That's my baby mother. She has mental health issues. She didn't whatever she did that day. I told Officer Kirk. I said I didn't want to press charges, so I'm trying to figure out how my name ended up being as somebody who wanted to press charges. They need to go back and rewind their body counts because I made it specifically clear I did not want to file a report and I didn't want her locked up. I told them folks, hey, I just needed a break from her. She needed to go her way and I needed to go my way. But other than that, I'm not scared of my baby mama. You know, we're both mental health. Whatever she did that day was because we were arguing. I started
Okay,
arguing with
so
her.
no,
She started arguing with me.
okay, so wait, before you say too much, so no concerns for your safety and you wish to have contact with her? Is that fair to say,
Yes,
Mr.
ma'am.
Pop?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Pop. I appreciate you coming to court and make that statement. Ms. Kim, please proceed.
Yes, sir.
Yes, my client, Miss Bell, is 24 years old, born and raised here in Georgia, Your Honor. They do have a one child together, and I believe that Mr. Pop resides with his parents, so they do not live together at this point. Your Honor, after ninth grade, she completed her high school a little bit late, GED at 2022. Right now, she is going to Georgia State University, and this is her first year studying engineering. So she changed her life around. And Your Honor, we asked for a signature on bond. I do understand there are some other issues. However, that she is presumed to be innocent for another open case, and we ask for a signature on bond through pretrial level 1 and no further violent contact, and we don't want anybody to talk about her MH issues at this point. Thank you.
All right, defendant's going to receive a $3,000 signature bond at level 1 through pretrial services per judge if need to be. She's going to take the 1-day anchor awareness course and have no further violent contact with the alleged victim. She's to have no alcohol, drugs, or weapons, and she'll be reset for the notice. Is
Thank
there
you, Your
anything
Honor.
additional from State of Defense?
Nothing further from defense, Your Honor.
All right, best of luck to you, ma'am. That concludes your case for today. Who do we have next?
Position number 17, Mr. Jean Baptiste.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Nope, that's not it. Oh, come on now. Okay. All right, Mr. Jean Baptiste, your case is 26 CR 003919F. You're charged with obstruction, criminal trespass, and public drunkenness. Do you understand your rights?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Miss Harvey.
Yes, Your Honor. 2 cycles. Last arrest was in 2018 out of Fulton County for aggravated assault, hit and run. fleeing or attempting to elude, and interfering with government property. Those charges were dismissed, Your Honor. Nothing further.
All right, thank you. Ms. Spear?
Yes, Your Honor. Brief synopsis. Yesterday, the defendant was hanging out at Atlanta Liquor at 215 Northwood Drive over in Sandy Springs. He had been drinking in public. His pants were wet and around his knees. His eyes were glazed. They could smell the alcohol coming out of him. Several people in the area pointed the defendant out as the person being disorderly. Defendant refused to turn around, placed his hands behind his back, began actively resisting by tensing his arms and pulling away. He was so intoxicated that he was bracing his body weight against the officers, unable to walk. They were able to talk to the liquor store attendant. We haven't reached out to him, but according to the victim, his name is Jael Sanchez. The defendant entered in the liquor store, was acting boisterous and belligerent, sat on the countertop, refused to get off, refused to leave after being told to leave, grabbed a quart-sized Corona beer bottle and dropped it on the ground, causing it to break. Then he walked out of the store and began kicking the door of the business multiple times. There's a $2,500 surety per charge already set. We would ask that it remain. No further contact with Atlanta Liquor attendant Jael Sanchez, and to stay away from Atlanta Liquor at 215 Northwood Drive, Sandy Springs. No drugs, alcohol, or weapons while on bond.
All right, by any chance is the attendant Jael Sanchez present? Okay, hearing none. Who represents this defendant?
Me, Your Honor, Rashad Ponder, Fulton County Public Defender's Office.
All right, Attorney Ponder, please proceed.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Jim Baptiste, he is 26 years old, born and raised in Atlanta, Georgia. He's a graduate of high school, went to Centennial High School. He is HVAC certified. Right now he does temp work and is looking for steady employment. He lives with his parents and siblings in the metro Atlanta area. He's been here for about 10 to 11 years. He has significant ties to the community, Your Honor. Right now, he's unable to post any bond. Bond in this amount would essentially be no bond for this client. For these reasons, we would ask if the court is inclined to allow a signature bond. Um, Otherwise, the lowest possible bond on this case.
All right. Defendant's gonna receive a $1,500 surety bond, 500 on each count. He's to have no contact with the alleged victim, stay away from that liquor store, have no alcohol, drugs, or weapons, and his case is going to all purpose on the 30th. Is there anything additional?
Nothing further.
No,
All
Your
right.
Honor.
All right. Best of luck to you, sir. That concludes your case for today. What do we have next?
Position 4, Ms. Bracken.
All right, Ms. Brackens, good afternoon. Your case is 26 CR 003914Y. In this case, you're charged with giving false information, obstruction, and criminal trespass. Do you understand your rights? Okay, thank you. Ms. Harvey?
29 cycles. Last arrest was September 24th, 2025, out of East Point, Georgia, for criminal trespass that did result in a misdemeanor conviction. There's also a second 2025 criminal trespass, 2019 criminal trespass, 2019 disorderly conduct, 2016 disorderly conduct and obstruction, 2014 theft by taking, 2013 possession of marijuana less than an ounce, 2010 theft by shoplifting, at least 4 other convictions, Your Honor, and an FTA from 2023. Recommendation is a level 3 and nothing further.
All right, thank you so much, Ms. Harvey. Ms. Evans Battle?
Yes, Your Honor. In this particular case, the incident occurred June the 13th of 2026 at 6604 Mall Boulevard. That is the La Quinta Hotel. It appears that the officers went there because they indicated that a female subject was refusing to leave the property and harassing customers upon arrival. Spoke with the manager there, Mr. Patel, had indicated that Tanisha Brackens was the person that was on the property, had previously received a criminal trespass warning instructing her to leave the property. She gave the officers the name of Tanisha Ponder and was resisting following their commands. Our bond recommendation is for $3,000 surety. That would be $1,000 on the Giving Falls name, $1,000 on the willful obstruction of law enforcement officer, and $1,000 on the criminal trespass. Stay away from the location. That we would ask for a social worker visit as well. No alcohol, drugs, weapons while on bond. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Ms. Kim.
Yes, we do have no objection to her social worker visit. She does need that for housing resources and PHET, Your Honor. I believe that she she's not able to pay for any kind of bond at this point, so any bond amount will be like a no bond for him. She is 41 years old and has been living here in Georgia all her life. She says that she is residing with her grandmother, and she does have a 6 years old child that she is also residing with. She does not get any pay of child support. After 10th grade, there was no other education. At this point, she's not employed. We asked for a signature on bond through pretrial level 3. I do understand that she has a lot of histories, and yet we ask for the lowest possible bond if Your Honor is not inclined to give her a signature on bond, hopefully like $30 in cash. Thank you.
All right. Defendant is going to receive a $1,500 surety bond, 500 on each count. She's to stay away from that location, have no alcohol, drugs, or weapons. I am going to ask for a social worker visit, and we're going to reset her to state all purpose on the 30th. All right, ma'am, best of luck for you today. Your case is closed for today.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Number 7, Ms. Bruce.
Okay, thank you. All right, Ms. Bruce, your case is 26 CR 003923E. You're charged with 4 counts of possessing an altered ID or an altered document and 1 count of loitering and prowling. Do you understand your rights today?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you, Ms. Harvey.
13 cycles. Last arrest was August 24th, 2023 out of Coweta County for possession of methamphetamine. There was no disposition listed for this case, Your Honor. There's a 2017 conviction for possession of methamphetamine and possession of marijuana less than an ounce. She did receive first offender in 2012 for theft by taking. That case was sealed in 2017. Recommendation from pretrials of level 3 and nothing further.
All right, thank you so much. Ms. Estrada, please proceed.
Yes, ma'am. The defendant was panhandling at the Kroger where the Union County Police Department saw her. Upon contact, they got her name and they ran her name in the GCIC or their database, and they found that she had an active warrant out of Union City for shoplifting. They took her into custody, and when they searched her bag, they found 5 IDs, and they were able to confirm 4 of the IDs as legitimate, but the 5th one, the California one, Esmeralda Gonzalez, they were unable to confirm was a legitimate license. And so we were asking for a $2,500 surety bond, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons, no further violations of the law while out on bond, a social worker for BH and housing, and stay away from the Kroger at 4550 State Route 138, Union City, Fulton County, Georgia. And nothing
All right.
further.
And I just want to be clear, the officers were able to authenticate 4 of the IDs, but 1 they could not.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, Ms. McLeod.
Yes, Your Honor. Good afternoon.
Good
I am
afternoon.
asking for a signature bond for my client. She is 38 years old, Your Honor. I did not hear any violent history for her. So I would ask for the signature bond at whatever level the court deems appropriate for her.
All right, thank you, Ms. McLeod. Defendant's going to receive a $25 cash bond, $5 $5 on each count. She's to stay away from that Kroger, have no alcohol, drugs, or weapons. In light of the cash bond, she's going back to all purpose on the 30th. Is there anything additional? All right, best of
Nothing
luck.
further, Your Honor.
Best of luck to you, Ms. Bruce. Who do we have next?
Position 15, Miss Holmes.
All right, Ms. Holmes, your case is 26 CR 003907D. You're charged with driving on a canceled registration, having no insurance, and driving on a suspended license. You understand your rights today? Is Ms. Holmes there?
She's there,
Yes,
I see her.
All right, there you are. All right, I couldn't hear you for a second. All right, thank you, Ms. Holmes. Miss Harvey?
Last arrest, Your Honor, was April 13th, 2026, out of Fulton for driving while license suspended or revoked. She's currently being supervised by pretrial under 26 CR 002414D. We will be doing a bond surrender today. There also appears to be an open case out of Gwinnett County for theft by shoplifting and criminal trespass, an open case out of Hall County, Georgia for aggravated assault, cruelty to children in the third degree, and battery. Appears to be on probation out of Gainesville, Georgia for a non-fingerprintable offense. Sentenced February 12th, 2026 to 12 months probation. In addition, there is a hold out of Gainesville, Georgia for a fraud case. Recommendation is a level 2 and nothing further.
All right, thank you, Ms. Spear.
Yes. A flock camera alerted to a vehicle without insurance or registration. It looks like there's already a 1,100 surety for the suspended registration, 1,100 for no insurance, and a 1,800 surety for the driving on the suspended license. This was on the 13th around Main Street and Fairfax Avenue in Fulton County. She does have that one previous driving while license suspended, but that will probably be more of an issue at trial line than for us. So we would ask that the original bond set by the previous magistrate remain. No drugs, alcohol, or weapons while on bond.
Thank you, Ms. Kemp.
Yes, Your Honor. My client, Miss Holmes, is 35 years old, born and raised here in Georgia, Your Honor. She does not have any child, and she used to be a teacher before she lost her job. She does have a college degree, bachelor's degree from Augusta Technical College for early childhood education. After she lost her job, it became kind of like she was in a catch-22 one situation. She cannot get a job. She's residentially challenged, and because of that, she is using her car as kind of like her place where she resides. So she's not actually driving, and she's trying to get a job at the bus route since she cannot even afford her gas price at this point. Your Honor, she does have a Gainesville and Hall County hold, so she has other bigger fishes to fry. We ask for the lowest possible bond if Your Honor is not inclined to give her signature on bond. I do understand that her other case, the bond will be revoked. That means that she will be having another serious surety bond. We ask for signature on bond level 2, and hopefully she will be released to Hall County or Gainesville County. Thank you.
All right, defendant is going to receive a split bond as follows. It'll be $1,000 signature bond through the jail on the no registration, $1,000 signature bond through the jail on the no insurance, and $50 cash on the license suspension. She's not to drive without a valid license, insurance, or registration, and because it's a split bond of that $2,050, she's gonna go to state all purpose on the 30th. Is there anything additional?
Nothing further from defense, Your Honor.
No, Your
All
Honor.
right. All right,
Thank
best
you.
of luck to you, ma'am. Who do we have next?
Number 8, Ms. Carter.
Okay, Ms. Carter, your case is 26 CR 003925C. In this case, you're charged with battery. You understand your rights?
Ma'am.
All right, thank you so much, Ms. Harvey.
8 cycles. Last arrest was in 2017 out of Atlanta for possession of marijuana less than an ounce. There's a 08 conviction for possession of marijuana less and a 2000 fleeing or attempting to elude. Recommendation is a level 1.
All right, thank you so much. Mrs. Estrada, please proceed.
Yes, ma'am. The defendant allegedly attacked the victim because the victim did not pay the defendant's children in a timely fashion for watching the victim's child. The victim had asked the defendant's children, 2 of her children, to watch her child, and she was going to pay them $10 each. The defendant and her family, when the victim was unable to pay the child in a timely manner, cornered the victim, and then began beating her. I'm sorry, my thing disappeared. She had visible marks on her body. And so we are asking for a 3K surety bond, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons, no further violations of the law while out on bond, a social worker for BHET plus any other conditions, an anger management course, a stay away and no contact with the victim. And at some point they were living together, but I am unsure if they are still living together.
All right, and the name of the victim so I can sound. Mrs. Estrada, you're muted.
Janiyah Thompson, sorry.
All right, it's just Miss Thompson. There's not a second victim. Is Miss Thompson present, wishes to make a statement? Okay, hearing and seeing none. Who represents Miss Carter?
Actually, this is conflict case, Your Honor. I believe that we found out that a little bit late while I was interviewing, we found out that her sister was represented by a public defender, so we could not represent.
Okay, is Miss McLeod, you still here? I don't
He's
see
signing
her.
back in right now, Your Honor.
Okay.
Yeah, I was kicked off the Zoom, so I didn't hear what was said about Miss
Okay.
Carter.
All right, and you do represent her, Miss
I
McLeod?
do. Yes, Your
All
Honor.
right. All right, Miss Estrada, if you would very briefly recap your bond argument.
Yes, ma'am. So the defendant attacked the victim because the victim did not pay the defendant's children in a timely fashion. The victim had asked two of the defendant's children to watch her child, and she was going to pay them $10 each for a total of $20. The defendant and her family beat up the victim by cornering her in one corner of their apartment, and they were punching and kicking her, and they left visible marks. The state is asking for a $3,000 surety bond, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons, no further violations of the law, anger management course, a stay away and a no contact order with the victim, a social worker for behavioral health, and any other conditions.
All right, Ms. McLeod.
Yes, Your Honor. I'm asking for signature bond for my client. I believe she qualifies. This incident, according to the warrant, happened almost 2 years ago. My client turned herself in also. She was not picked up an arrest when she found out that there was a warrant in place for her arrest. She voluntarily turned herself in. Your Honor, she's not a flight risk. She is currently disabled and unemployed. So I am asking for signature bond for her.
All right, defendant's going to receive a $3,000 signature bond at level 1 through pretrial services, $1,500 on each count. She's to have no further violent contact with the alleged victims. She is to take a 2-day anger awareness course, and she's to have no alcohol, no drugs, no weapons. Is there anything additional?
Not from the state, no.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
All right, best of
Thank
luck
you.
to you, Ms. Carter. Who do we have next?
Position 22, Miss Phillips.
All right, Ms. Phillips. Your case is 26 CR 003909. I'm sorry, 3909Y. You're charged with battery against a pregnant female and simple battery. Do you understand your rights today?
Yes.
Thank you. Ms. Harvey?
Yes, Your Honor. One cycle, the last arrest was April 2nd, 2023 for a failure to appear out of Fulton County. There does appear to be an active hold out of Decatur, Georgia for criminal damage to property. The date on that warrant was February 26, 2026. Recommendation is a level 1.
All right, thank you. Ms. Spear?
Excuse me. Yes, Your Honor. On the 13th, MARTA Art Center cops called out for assistance. The defendant and a Miss Yanisha, I'm sorry if I said that wrong, Compton had got into a physical altercation, excuse me. Miss Compton said the defendant attempted to take her phone, and so Miss Compton reached out and struck the defendant with the back of her hand. The defendant then struck Miss Compton multiple times, including the stomach area. Miss Compton attempted to defend herself. She stated that she's pregnant and she was with her children when it occurred. At that point, the defendant ran out of the MARTA Art Station. They were able to apprehend the defendant at the intersection of 17th and Spring. We are asking for a $1,000 surety on the simple battery, $5,000 surety on the battery on a pregnant person, as that's high and aggravated. No further contact with the victim, Ganesha Compton, and to stay away from MARTA. If we could sound for Miss Compton, no drugs, alcohol, or weapons while on bond as usual. Thank you.
All right, is Ms. Compton present? All right, hearing and seeing none, Ms. Kim.
Yes, Your Honor, Miss Phillips is 39 years old. Even though she was born in Mississippi, Detroit, Michigan, she has been here in Georgia almost all her life, about 35 years, Your Honor. She does not have any child. She got her GED 2006 successfully, and after that, she is enrolled in University of Phoenix for a bachelor's degree, Your Honor, and she is currently gainfully employed at Home Depot. She denies the allegation. She says that this was her self-defense, and she does not know Ms. Compton at all. And we ask for signature on bond through pretrial level 1 as she is recommended so, and that's what we would like to request for. Thank you.
All right, defendant's going to receive a $1,500 surety bond, 1,000 on count 1, 500 on count 2. She's to have no contact with the alleged victim. I'm sorry, Ms. Beer, was a stay away requested?
We did ask her to stay away from MARTA. I believe, I don't have it in front of me, but I believe there is, usually when there's a fight, both parties are banned at that point from MARTA. So we could word it in such a way that she remain compliant with any suspensions or
That's what we're
bans.
gonna do. She's gonna comply with whatever MARTA has set in place for her usage of the system, have no alcohol, drugs, or weapons. Is there anything additional?
Can she
No,
have
Your
a
Honor.
10% program, Your Honor? She have a
Yes, she can
10%.
go through the 10% sheriff program for this case.
Thank
All
you, Your Honor.
right. All right, who do we have next?
Number 14 is Holiday.
You said Miss Holiday?
Yes.
All right, Miss Holiday, your case is 26 CR 003904G. You're charged with terroristic threats and acts. Do you understand your rights?
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Harvey, please proceed.
6 cycles. Last arrest was June 11th, 2026, out of DeKalb County for willful obstruction of a law enforcement officer. That does appear to be an open case. She appears to be on probation out of DeKalb County for battery, sentenced October 10th, 2025 to 12 months probation. In addition, there is a 2022 disorderly conduct, 2017 obstruction, 2013 burglary, aggravated assault, and fleeing or attempted to elude. Also, 2013 aggravated assault for 4 counts. Recommendation, Your Honor, is a level 2 and nothing further.
All right, thank you. Ms. Spear?
Yes, Your Honor. It appears the defendant was having problems getting paid properly. This happened at the end of April. April 25th, 2026 is the date on the warrant. She went in to speak with, I guess, a supervisor at is it VHO warehouse, where she was employed, and said that she had been communicating. She still hadn't been paid. She was becoming very agitated, yelling things like, "I've been to jail. I'm not afraid to go back, and I will blow this blank up." We have spoken with the victim. She no longer works at the warehouse either. Apparently, the defendant has also been let go. We are asking for a $1,000 surety in light of the somewhat questionable criminal history. No further contact with the victim, Heidi Allen, that was the supervisor at the time, to stay away from the warehouse at 1000 West Lake Parkway, and 12 anger management courses, no drugs, alcohol, or weapons while on bond. Thank you.
Right, thank you. Ms. Kim?
Yes, Your Honor. My client is 32 years old, born and raised here in Georgia. Your Honor, my client graduated from high school, and also she has a bachelor's degree for theater makeup, and she's gainfully employed at Radiator Technology. It is the same job that she's been having. She actually delivers automobile parts here and there. Your Honor, she denies the allegation. There was no such thing as a verbal threat. I believe that the prejudice against her is kind of like being used against her. And I would like to request for signature on, but she's been at the job every day and nothing happened. Does this just out of blue, 2 months later, she is picked up by she was very, very shocked by this warrant because there was ample time that she was supposed to be kind of known about this incident. However, there was no complaint before, and then here she is. We asked for a signature on bond through pretrial level 2. She does have a pending emergency surgery that she has to have. Her arm is broken and she really needs medical attention, and we asked for a signature on bond. Thank you.
All right, defendant will receive a $20 cash bond. She's to stay away from that location. Have no alcohol, drugs, or weapons. In light of the cash bond, her case will be reset to state all purpose on June the 30th. Is there anything additional?
Nothing further from defense, Your Honor.
Not the state, Your Honor.
All right, best of luck to you, ma'am. Who do we have next?
Thank
Coming
you.
back to you, Ms. McCluster.
Okay. Ms. McCluster, your case is 26CR003939E. You're charged with theft by shoplifting. You understand your rights?
Yes. Your Honor, she actually has two theft by shoplifting cases with us. I don't know if
Okay.
the second one's on an add-on or not.
What's the other case number?
I can find it in just a second.
Okay, so Ms. McCluster, you have two cases. Apparently there's an add-on in both of those cases. You're charged with theft by shoplifting. I'll give you that case number in a moment. Ms. Harvey, if you would proceed.
Yes, Your Honor. 3 cycles. Last arrest was March 12th, 2025 out of Fulton County for battery and cruelty to the children. In the first degree and cruelty to the children in second degree. That case is currently open. It's in judicial hold on the 26 SC 002246. Nothing further, Your Honor. Sorry, there's also an FTA from 2026, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Spear?
Yes, there is an FTA from June 4th, so about 2 weeks, a little less than 2 weeks ago. Both of these occurred at the Target on Roswell Road. One was, let's see, April 23rd, she walked out with 2 pairs of pants. On June 4th, she took a pair of shoes. It looks like the case in April got a $780 surety. The second case is a UJR, so we feel that's more than generous, and we would ask that it remain as is with no drugs, alcohol, or weapons while on bond.
Okay, and what was the case number for the second one? I do need to tell her that. Does anyone know her second case number?
My Odyssey is problematic, so I haven't been able to get it yet.
Who are we on, y'all?
She's Miss McLester, but apparently the state filed down another theft by
Yeah,
shoplifting.
they have the UJR.
What's the case number though?
Hold
Do
on
we-
one second. I have to come out where I'm in.
All right, as to the second case, the UJR will stand. As to this case, defendant is going to receive a $50 cash bond. In both instances, she should stay away from Target, have no alcohol, drugs, or weapons. And I do need to tell her her case number. Does anyone have it yet?
26 CR 003-942A.
Thank you. So
Thank
you
you.
heard your case
I
number.
mean
Miss
942E. I'm sorry.
942E. Miss Kim, I will allow you to lodge any objections. Miss Kim?
Yes, I would like to request for a signature on bond. Her daughter is definitely needing her attention right now. Your Honor, another case that she has a FTA is because she never got notice of a hearing. The notice was returned on June 8th. Hearing notice was returned. She never got notice of a hearing, so her public defender for that felony charge will be filing motion to set aside the bench warrant. Then it should be granted. Considering the fact that that was the first one, we asked for a signature on bond through pretrial level 2, and she has a high school diploma. She has completed 2 years of college for criminal justice. She's working as a maintenance cleaner. Your Honor, gainfully employed. Her grandmother is disabled. She's a caregiver for her grandma and her own daughter. She is only 21 years young and trying to make a surviving. We ask for signature on bond. Thanks.
All right. I will lower it to a $40 cash instead of 50 on the case that's ending in position 19. The other one, the UJR, will stand. Is there anything additional from State of Defense?
No, Your Honor.
Nothing further from defense, Your Honor.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Best of luck to you, ma'am. That concludes your case for today. Who do we have next?
24, Ms. Radcliffe. Excuse me, what's the UJR?
Okay, someone will message you, sir. All right, Ms. Rapley, your case is 26 CR 003902C. Your case is, in this case, you're charged with simple battery family violence. You understand your rights? All right, thank you, Ms. Harvey.
First arrest, Your Honor. The recommendation is UJR through the jail and nothing further.
All right, thank you, Ms. Spear.
Yes, Your Honor.
So does he get a bond?
Okay, please don't do that. Please proceed, Ms. Spear.
Yes, Your Honor. This happened in December of 2025 at 2187 Baker Terrace. They contacted Renata Rapley, who said her adult daughter, the defendant, had come. She had been staying with her for about a month after being evicted. However, the victim felt that the defendant was being disrespectful and had changed the locks. Apparently, the victim did not answer the door quick enough when the defendant was at the residence with her two young children. The defendant, once the victim opened the door, the defendant came in, started screaming, yelling, pushed the victim against the wall, causing the victim to stumble backward. The victim reported the defendant has a history of prior physical aggression, including a prior incident wherein the defendant hit her mother in the head while her mother was pregnant, but there was no report. She said she did wish to press charges and have the incident documented. While there, the officer spoke with another adult daughter, who said that she intervened and separated the defendant and the victim after hearing the commotion. She didn't see who pushed who or the initial push, but she said that her sister, the defendant, was in fact the aggressor. I believe I saw Miss Rapley on here. If we could sound for her. Right now, we're asking for a $1,000 surety, no further contact, stay away, and 12 anger management with no drugs, alcohol, or weapons. Thank you.
All right, is Ms. Rapley present and wishes to make a statement? If so, please unmute. You're not required to, but if you wish to make a statement, please turn on your camera, raise your right hand, and wait for instructions. Please unmute. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give today be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
All right, what I'm most concerned with today, Ms. Rapley, is whether you wish to have contact with the defendant and whether you have concerns for your safety in light of those instructions. What would you like to tell me?
I do wish to have contact with my daughter, and I don't feel any threat towards her.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to make me aware of?
No, that's it.
All right, thank you so much. I appreciate you coming to court to make that statement. Ms. Kim?
Yes, my client is 29 years old, Your Honor. She does have two minor children, 2 and 1 years old. And after graduating from high school, she successfully completed 2 years of associate degree for dental assistant. But right now, because of the surgery that she had to do, she is currently out of employment. She's barely surviving with a SNAP food stamp and WEEK program for her two minor children, Your Honor. She has no place to go. As you heard, she went through the eviction, loss of job, and 1 and 2 years old little babies, Your Honor. We asked for signature on bond through pretrial level 1. This is her first ever arrest, and I believe that no further violent contact is appropriate. This happened more than 6 months ago. Her mom is not afraid of her, and no one actually saw.
I'm not gonna cut you off too much, Ms. Kim. I
Sure.
agree with you.
Sure.
Defendant is gonna get a $2,000 signature bond at level 1 through pretrial services. She's to have no further violent contact with the alleged victim, but I am gonna make her take the 1-day anger awareness course. She's to have no alcohol, no drugs, no weapons, and she will be reset for the notice. Is there anything additional from the state or from the defense?
No, Your Honor.
Other from defense, Your
All
Honor.
right.
Yeah.
Best of luck to you, Ms. Rapley, and to all those concerned.
Still level 1, right?
Yes, level 1.
This is number 5, Mr. Brown.
Which one?
Arthur Brown.
Okay. Mr. Brown, your case is, nope, that's not it. So sorry. 26 CR 003917A. You're charged with battery, family violence, and 2 counts of cruelty to children in the third. Do you understand your rights? Is that a yes? All right, thank you, Ms. Harvey.
I'm sorry, Judge. Which Brown?
Arthur Brown, position 5.
Okay. 23 cycles, last arrest February 20th, 2025 out of Fulton County for harassing phone calls. That does appear to be an open case that's in dormant warrant status for giving false name, birthday, or address to a law enforcement officer and driving without a valid license. There's a 2025 conviction for simple battery, family violence, 2025 driving while license suspended or revoked, 2021 DUI, 2017 driving without a valid license, and 2015 theft by shoplifting. There's also an FTA from 2022. Recommendation from pretrial, Your Honor, is a level 3 and nothing further.
All right, thank you so much. Ms. Evans Battle?
Yes, Your Honor. This happened June the 14th of 2026. The victim in this case is Kyrese Roby, who is his girlfriend. She indicated that she was hit in the face by Mr. Brown. And as a result of that, the officer was able to observe a red mark and bruising near her right eye. She was asked how she sustained the injury, and she said that she had been involved with that this had happened March the 13th of 2026. It was a fresh mark on her face. And she indicated that in March that she had also received injuries to her eye, arms, and chest. The officer saw the visible injuries on her, had someone come out to the scene of the incident. She refused medical treatment at the time. They also were able to observe some marks on Mr. Brown as well that were fresh, indicating there had been a physical altercation between the two parties. There were children who were present at the time. One of the children indicated that he had seen Mr. Brown that they were arguing in the bedroom, and that he saw Mr. Brown hit her, and he attempted to intervene, but was not able to. And then there was another child in the room. When asked what happened, they said that he did it. Based on that information and the history of violence in the case, our bond recommendation is at this time for $5,000 on the battery, family violence, and $2,500 each. We're asking for a $10,000 surety, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons, that he have no further contact with Ms. Roby or the children listed as NR and YR. We're asking that he stay away from the location at 2989 Kentucky Court in East Point or wherever they may live. No alcohol, drugs, weapons. We ask that he possess no firearms. If he does, we'd ask they be surrendered. Thank you.
I'm sorry, the name of the alleged victim again?
Her first name is Kyrese, spelled Kyreese. Last name Roby, Roby.
All right, Ms. Roby, I see you on Zoom. If you wish to make a statement, please raise your right hand.
Yes, I'm here.
I said, raise your right hand. If you wish to make a statement, do you swear or affirm the
Sorry.
testimony you give today will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
All right. You can put your hand down. What I'm most concerned with today are concerns you have for your safety and your desire to have contact with the defendant. What would you like to tell me in light of those instructions?
I don't want to press charges. He never hit me, and I never told the officer that he hit me. And as you can see, I don't have a black eye or any marks on me. So I'm not understanding where those allegations came from. We were just arguing, and it never even got to the point where it was physical.
All right. I do appreciate you coming to court making that statement, okay? All right. Mr. Abraham, please proceed.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Arthur Brown, he's 33 years old. He has his high school diploma. As for work, he's currently working for DHL in the warehouse. He's been doing that for about 7 months now. But he also has an application, actually, I think, waiting to hear back from the airport specifically for maintenance as a maintenance technician there. Before the warehouse job, he was a window maker, but he's been in Georgia his entire life, in Atlanta too. He has all his family here. He has 10 children total, ranging from the age of 1 year old to 15 years old. And as to his address, he has a good address where he can reliably receive mail. As to that address, it's not where the alleged victim lives. And for bond, Your Honor, we would defer to what Ms. Roby said. We would request the court consider it as to granting a signature bond if applicable, and if not, as low as possible, considering the financial strain of supporting his children. We would also request no further violent contact and no stay away. Once again, in line with what Ms. Roby has said and deferring to her. And we would also like to put on the record that, to our knowledge, there were no children present, Your Honor.
All right. Defendant's going to receive a $4,000 surety bond, 2,000 on count one, 1,000 on each on count one and count two for the total of four. He's to have no contact with the alleged victim for now. That can be revisited at our state all purpose calendar. And he's to stay away from that location, have no alcohol, drugs, or weapons. And again, he's going to the calendar on June the 30th. Is there anything additional from State of Defense? All right. Hearing none, best of luck to you, sir. That concludes your case for today. Who do we have next?
That's 4,000 good, right?
4,000 good, correct.
All right, next we got position number 2, Mr. Allen.
Mr. Allen, your case is 26 CR 003906B. You're charged with simple battery. You understand your rights? All right, thank you. Miss Harvey.
12 cycles. Last arrest was October 5th, 2023 for a probation violation out of Carroll County. There's a 2021 simple battery family violence, 2021 criminal trespass and possession of marijuana less than an ounce, 2019 possession of a Schedule II controlled substance, 2017 DUI, and 2016 possession of marijuana less than an ounce. In FTA from 2021, recommendation, Your Honor, is a level 2 and nothing further.
Thank you. Ms. Evans-Battle.
Yes, Your Honor, this happened June the 13th of 2026 at 1551 Piedmont Avenue. The victim in the case is Michael Roberts. The officers were called for a fight in progress at the location, and they were able to detain or restrain individuals, including Mr. Allen, that were involved in this situation with security personnel at the location. And Mr. Allen is alleged to have struck Mr. Michael Roberts, as well as Mr. Samuel Ponder. We've just listed Mr. Roberts as the victim in the case on scene. And we're asking for a bond in this particular case for $2,500. It's already been set by the magistrate. No further contact with Mr. Roberts. We'd ask for no further contact with Mr. Ponder. The way the warrant was written, did not realize that he intended to charge him with 2 counts, but at this point, I'd have stay away from the location, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons. We would ask the court to consider some anger management classes for Mr. Allen as well. Thank you.
All right, thank you. I'm going to sound for Mr. Roberts at this time. And I'm sorry, what was the other name, even though there's no, I'm still going to.
Ponder.
Is Mr. Ponder present? Wants to make a very brief statement. Okay. Mr. Abraham?
Yes, Your Honor, Attorney Abraham Ahmed on behalf of Mr. Allen. He's 32 years old. He has his GED. As to work, he recently just became unemployed as of just last week. However, he was a fridge loader, specifically operating a double stack pallet jack. And before that, he was an unloader at a different warehouse. So he's been in that line of work for a good while now, Your Honor. As to his ties to Georgia, he's been here his entire life. All of his family's here. He has a total of 5 children. a 9-year-old daughter, two 9-year-old daughters, excuse me, an 8-year-old son, a 3-year-old son, and a 3-year-old daughter. As to his address, he does have a good address where he's been for a little while, and he can reliably receive mail there. Your Honor, we do understand that bond is already set at 2,500 surety. However, given the alleged facts of the case, Mr. Allen's financial status, we would request, if applicable, it be set to a signature bond. He's absolutely fine with no contact with both Mr. Ponder and with Mr. Roberts, and with a stay away as well, Your Honor.
All right, defendant's gonna receive a $1,500 surety bond. He's to have no contact with either of those parties and stay away from that location. Have no alcohol, no drugs, no weapons. Is there anything additional? All right, hearing none, best of luck to you, Mr. Allen. Who do we have next?
Number 9, Mr. Clickley.
This is Mr. Checkley, is that correct?
Yes.
All right, Mr. Checkley, your case is 26 CR 003922D. In this case, you're charged with battery family violence. You understand your rights?
Yes.
All right, thank you, Ms. Harvey.
17 cycles. Last arrest was February 16, 2025, out of Clayton County for criminal trespass. There was no disposition listed for this case. There's a 2019 drive without a valid license, 2012 burglary, 2010 entering auto, which was sealed on the first offender in 2017, and 08 obstruction. Recommendation, Your Honor, is a level 3 and nothing further.
All right, thank you so much. Mrs. Strada?
Yes, ma'am. The state, sorry, I'm trying to find him on my sheet at the moment. I just saw, oh, here he is. Okay. So the defendant has been charged with a battery of family violence, and he was allegedly slapping his daughter while laying on top of her in the back seat of his car. And this was at 4142 Oak Tree Court, East Point. We are asking for a $3,000 surety bond, no alcohol, drugs, weapons, no further violations of the law, a social worker for behavioral health plus any other conditions, an anger management course, and the stay away and no violent contact with the victim. As I said, this is his daughter, and I do not know. So we made contact, and there was a defects inquiry sent, but I have not seen anything about contact with his daughter.
Okay. And is there any is that daughter's other parent on the line?
That I don't know.
I'm just sounding, just to see if you want to make a very brief statement. Okay. Hearing none, Mr. Abraham?
Well, Your Honor, I believe the mother and the daughter are both on Zoom.
Okay. All right, if you want to make a statement, please quickly raise your right hand and turn the camera on. These unmute. And please lower the camera so we can actually see you. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you today be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, very quickly, what would you like to tell me?
I would like to be around my father, and I feel like we was both in the wrong at the moment because I was hitting back, and at the end of the day,
Okay, go ahead. Continue.
and at the end of the day, he's still my father.
Okay. All right, Miss Corinne Copeland, I'll hear from you very quickly. Please unmute, raise your right hand. Are you in a store, ma'am?
I'm at work.
Okay, very quickly, please. This is really not ideal. Turn the camera around. I don't know what we're looking at.
I'm trying to see how can I do that now.
Why don't you just turn the phone around? Like just physically turn, yes. Please raise your right hand. You're gonna have to turn it back around and unmute. All right, we need you to turn the camera back on, please, and turn around.
You hear me?
We can hear you. We need to see you. Okay, ma'am, I do need you to figure this out quickly. If you would just turn, we could see you for a minute, unmute it, and then physically just turn the phone around to face yourself. It's okay if you can't see me. Okay, so unmute and turn the camera around so we can see you. Okay, there you are. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give today be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
All right, what would you like to tell me?
Um, it was so much that it was already an argument within the apartment. And he was trying to tell her to calm down and stop arguing and fussing, going back and forth with him. But then I know he's got physical because she felt like he can't tell what to do and she's not wrong. She's on
All
the
right,
field.
all right. I appreciate you coming to court to make that statement. Mr. Abraham?
Yes, Your Honor. As to Mr. Cleckley, he's 38 years old. He has his high school diploma. For work, he's been working in the demolition industry as a machine operator for 7 years now. He's been in Georgia and Atlanta his entire life. All of his family's here, including, of course, his Corinne Copeland and Julissa Copeland. He has a good address where he lives. Been there for about 2 years now. And currently his daughter is not currently staying there as of this incident. Um, I've been made aware of that. And as to his community ties, he stays in touch with his community by volunteering as essentially a neighborhood mechanic. He's done that for about 17 years now, helping out anybody in need in regards to any mechanical issues. For bond, Your Honor, we would request a signature bond. If applicable, we would also request no further violent contact, referring to the wishes of the alleged victim. And we would also request no stay away for the previous reason of him being only there, Your Honor.
All right, defendant's going to receive a $2,000 surety bond. He's to have no further violent contact with the alleged victim, and he's to have no alcohol, drugs, or weapons. His case will be reset to June 30th, state out purpose. Is there anything additional?
What was the contact provision, Your Honor?
No further violent contact. All right, best of luck to you, sir. Who do we have next?
Number 12, Mr. Gray.
Yeah, we can focus on that.
All right, Mr. Gray, your case is 26 CR 003930B. In this case, you're charged with criminal trespass and battery family violence. You understand your rights?
Morning, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Do you understand your rights, sir?
Yes, I do, Mr.
All right, wonderful. Thank you. Ms. Harvey?
Yes, Your Honor. Multi-state offender with 39 cycles, arrest out of Georgia, New Jersey, and New York. Last arrest was March 13th, 2023 out of Gwinnett County for a parole violation. There's a 2023 conviction for identity theft, fraud, and forgery. Out of New York, 2020 possession of forged instrument, 2018 sale of controlled substance, 2014 possession of a controlled substance, 09 forgery, and 06 criminal possession of controlled substance. Out of New Jersey, 2017 theft by unlawful taking and shoplifting convictions from 2005 and 2006. Recommendation, Your Honor, is a level 3 and nothing further.
Thank you. Mrs. Strata?
Yes, ma'am. The state is asking for $2,000 cash for the criminal trespassing and a $5,000 surety for the battery family violence. And that is because the defendant and the victim got into an argument and it turned physical when he started throwing her things into the street after she refused to leave their house. And then when the defendant saw her attempting to call police, he grabbed her and dragged her physically down the stairs. And according to the victim, there is a history of violence. This is the third incident of violence. They've been dating for 5 years. There was an incident around January, and there was another incident in, I believe, 2022. I'm sorry, my computer is being really dumb. But I believe there was something in 2022, he smacked and choked her, and then once around the new year of this year. The victim stated that the defendant has a habit of getting angry when she says no, and this whole incident started is because the victim refused to pay for ChatGPT. The victim is now fearful for her safety, and she carries a gun with her now, and she doesn't want defendant knowing where she lives. So again, the state is asking for a $2,000 cash for the criminal trespassing, a battery, or $5,000 surety for the battery family violence, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons, no further violations of the law, a social worker for BHET, plus any other conditions, an anger management class, and a stay away and no contact with the victim.
And I'm sorry, her name again was
Winletty Douglas. I'm so sorry if I just completely butchered that.
the last name. Spell the last name for us.
Douglas, and then the
Oh,
first name
Douglas.
Wynlette Winlet Douglas. I'm so sorry.
All right, is that party present wishes to make a statement? All right, hearing none and seeing none. Mr. Ponder?
Yes, yes, Your Mr. Gray is 42 years old. He is a lifelong Atlanta resident. He does have three children, none by the victim. Their ages 27, 12, and 11. He does have custody of his 11-year-old. He also has a good address where he can receive mail. The address from the incident actually is his primary residence. Um, my client has let me know that the victim does not live there, has left and moved. I believe that ASG Estrada also mentioned that as well. Um, he has some college experience. He is currently in college to receive his bachelor's in IT Tech, Your Honor. And he also runs a nonprofit, Your Honor, where they help underprivileged children and adults to kind of provide counseling and help with maintaining their position in society, providing that help with them. So he has significant ties to the community, Your Honor. Then he also runs that out of the incident location, and he has none that I heard of violence in his history. Um, he's unable to post any bond, Your Honor, or an amount so high would be essentially no bond. In light of those considerations, we would ask for a signature bond. If the court is not inclined to allow signature bond, we would ask for the lowest possible bond on these charges.
All right, defendant's gonna receive a $5,000 surety bond, 1,000 on count one, 4,000 on count two, for the total of 5,000. He's to have no contact with the alleged victim. I'm not gonna require the stay away from the location, as that we have information that that appears to be his home. I am gonna request a social worker visit. He's to have no alcohol, no drugs, no weapons as a condition. Is there anything additional?
Nothing
Not
further.
from the state.
All
Nothing from
right.
the state.
All right, best of luck to you, sir. That concludes your case for today. Your case will be reset to all purpose on the 30th.
Yeah, Alvin Bolton, is he gonna be added on there?
Do we, can we don't have that one yet? Can we go to someone else until we get that information?
Number one.
Judge,
I
for
just received notice of a transfer, so I have the order for you to sign.
All right, but he's still gonna get addressed today because it has a CR number. So
Okay.
we'll come back to that one. All right. Do we have the CR number yet? Was it filed? It was accused and filed down?
Yes, Your
yes,
Honor, we're just waiting for,
I haven't
I
got
think
the
that
add-on calendar. Is it coming?
it's
I
coming.
didn't
They're having a problem filing down the cases, so they just put Hoskins on and Bolton is on there now.
Okay. Let's
And
go.
I do
Let's
have a
keep going.
CR number if you want it.
Okay, well, if we have a CR number, we can go ahead and do Bolton. What is it, Miss Holly?
The CR number is 26CR003941C.
And what is defendant charged with in that case, Miss Bridgewater?
Let's see. They're transferring this. Trying to read over it real quick. Battery, family violence, and then simple battery, family violence.
Thank you. All right. So, Mr. Bolton, you've heard your case number and your charges. Do you understand your rights today?
Yes.
All right. Thank you. Miss Harvey, can I have the history?
Yes, Your Honor. 12 cycles out of the state of Florida. The last arrest was in 2000 for probation violation. I saw a 1994 resisting officer. Recommendation is a level 1 and nothing further.
All right, thank you so much. Ms. Evans Battle?
Yes, Your Honor. This happened June the 13th of 2026. Officers went to 1920 Monroe Drive in relation to a dispute. Darlene Lucas is the victim in the case, indicated that the defendant has slapped her on the left side of her face twice, and also that he had choked her. The officer, she also indicated that she had to kick him to get him off of her while being choked. The officers were able to observe bruising around her neck. Photos were taken by the police. Once we completed the strangulation assessment, it was determined that this is a strangulation case. So we have asked, and the DA's office has accepted our request to transfer this as a felony strangulation case. Based on all the information that we have, we are asking for a cash bond in this case. $10,000 cash on the battery family violence, $2,500 cash on the simple battery for a $12,500 cash bond. No alcohol, drugs, weapons, no firearms. In this particular case, I am not sure whether or not Ms. Lucas was notified and is here. Let me see if
But either way, you want no contact with Ms. Lucas.
No contact with Ms. Lucas. Stay away from the incident location.
All right. Ms. Lucas, if you're present, please turn your camera on, raise your right hand, and await further instructions. You are not required to make a statement, but if you wish to, this is your opportunity. Okay. Mr. Abraham?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Bolton is 55 years old. He has, as to his education, some college specifically specializing in physical therapy. For his work, he works as a property management supervisor. He's been doing that for about 30 years now, gainfully employed. He has been in Georgia for about 4 years now. He has some of his family here, including his sister, but the rest of his family is back home in Florida. Sorry, Your Honor. Okay.
I'm here, Your Honor.
1 second. Keep going, Mr. Abraham.
Oh, okay. As to the address where he lives, it is the Monroe Drive address. If I can read it off, 1925 Monroe Drive, Northeast Atlanta. The alleged victim does not live there, and only Mr. Bolton's name is on that lease. For bond, Your Honor, we would request it to be as low as possible. We would also request no stay away, given that only Mr. Bolton lives there, not the alleged victim. And we are okay with a no contact order, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you. I saw you, Ms. Lucas. Please turn your camera back on. Raise your right hand. Ms. Lucas? All right. If you wish to make a statement, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give today be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. What would you like to tell me?
I just want to say that I don't feel like my safety is at risk, and I'm okay with no violent contact, and I have moved out of that Monroe place.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you coming to court to make that statement. All right. In light of the information before me, defendant is going to receive a $12,500 surety bond. It'll be $10,000 on the battery family violence and $2,500 on the simple battery family violence. He's to have no contact with the alleged victim and stay away. Oh, I'm not going to require the stay away, as she's indicated she does not live there. She's to have no alcohol, drugs, or weapons. And in light of the transfer, the case will be reset for the notice. Is there anything additional? All right. Best of luck to you, sir. That concludes this case for today. Is there anything? Okay.
One more question. What about Trayvon Hoskins? Is he gonna be case being accused today?
Anyone know?
On calendar.
He's on the add-on position too. It just
Okay.
came out.
Okay. Yeah. We go to position number one, Mr. Adams.
Okay, so we're not going to the add-on, we're going to, okay. All right. Mr. Adams, your case is 26 CR 003903E. Your charge is simple assault, family violence, battery, family violence, criminal trespass, interference for property obstruction, and disorderly conduct. Do you understand your rights?
Yes.
All right, thank you, Ms. Harvey.
First arrest, Your Honor. Recommendation, I'm sorry, is level 1. Nothing further.
All right, thank you, Ms. Evans-Battle.
Yes, this incident happened June the 13th at the Chevron gas station at 1739 Martin Luther King Jr. Drive. Brandon Johnson, who is the defendant's father, is the victim in this case. They were at the store, and when officers arrived, the defendant was holding the door closed to the store so people could not enter or exit. He had his fists were clenched, appeared to be very upset. Mr. Johnson indicated that his son had spoken inappropriately to a young lady, and Mr. Johnson tried to intervene in that situation. And that is when Mr. Adams became upset and started damaging trash cans outside of the gas station. He went inside the store and grabbed a fire extinguisher and began spraying it towards Mr. Johnson in his truck. Mr. Johnson left the location and took the truck home and came back. And Mr. Adams grabbed multiple cans of canned goods from the store and threw them at him, striking him and injuring him. There is surveillance footage of this. So we are asking for a good bond in the case. We're asking for on the simple assault, 1,000, battery family violence, 2,500, on the criminal trespass, 1,000, interference with government property, 500, willful obstruction law enforcement officer, 500, disorderly conduct, 500. Hope my math is right. I have $6,000 good bond, no further contact with Brandon Johnson. Stay away from that Chevron gas station. No alcohol, drugs, weapons while out on bond. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Is Mr. Johnson present? I don't see Mr. Johnson. All right. Mr. Abraham, I'm inclined to give your client a signature bond at level 1 through pretrial with the no contact provision. I know that is his father, but we have not heard from his father today. I'll allow you to lodge any objections at this time.
No objection to the signature bond, no objections to the no contact order, Your Honor.
All right. And does he live with his father?
No, Your Honor, right now.
Okay. So defendant is going to receive a $6,000 signature bond at level 1 through pretrial services. It's going to be 1,000 on each count. That should be 6-1. Correct. He's to have no contact with the alleged victim. Stay away from that location. I am going to require 3 of the anger awareness courses. No alcohol, drugs, weapons, and he is going to be reset for the notice. Is there anything additional? All right. Best of luck to you, Mr. Adams. Who do we have next?
Number 6, Mr. Brown, Rodney Brown.
All right, Mr. Brown, your case is 26 CR 003918A. You're charged with simple battery family violence and battery family violence. Do you understand your rights?
You know.
All right, thank you, Ms. Harvey.
13 cycles. Last arrest was June 11, 2023 out of Noonan for DUI that did result in a conviction, Your Honor. There's an 04 armed robbery and possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, 2000 fleeing, attempting to elude, and 1992 simple assault. Recommendation is a level 2 and nothing further.
All right, thank you, Ms. Evans-Battle.
Yes, Your Honor. Officers made contact on June the 13th with Twana Welch at 238 Swanee, Sawanee Avenue. I have to I'm trying to find out how to make the print a little bit larger. Okay, so once the officers arrived there, she advised that her boyfriend, Mr. Brown, had put his hands on her after a dispute. She indicated she returned home from work and they got into the argument about a female friend that Mr. Brown had been talking to in a sexual manner on his phone and through text messaging. During the disagreement, she was sitting in the bed and made a statement that something about talking to somebody else because of the fact that he was talking to the girl. He said, say it again, but before she could say anything, he hit her in the face and punched her several times with a closed fist to her left side of her face, leaving a raised bump area where the officer could physically feel the swelling on her face. She also indicated that he choked her. And during that time in which she was on the bed, he pushed her head down basically into the bed and the pillow and held it down there. And she could not breathe for a short period of time. That she also indicated that he had been drinking and he was in there drunk when the officers arrived. There is certainly some concern for her particular safety. We were able to listen to some of the jail calls that took place as well. One of the things was that the dog attacked him because he was attacking her, which helped to alleviate and stop him from beating on her. And that this was and the defendant stated that this was the first and the last time, and he did not know what he was going on in his mind. He just snapped based upon the relationship. He also threatened her and said that she would, that they would both end up on 48 hours if she kept it up. And so our bond recommendation in this particular case, we are asking for in this particular case, we're asking for a cash bond based on all of the things that occurred in this incident. There was also another thread. I'm just trying to pull up real quick, Judge, that was on the jail call. Yes, as a matter of just of showing that the intimidation as well as the possibility of trying to influence a witness, that he had someone to call and indicated that they would drop off or give her money if she would drop the charges in this particular case as well. And so we are asking for, I'm really having trouble with my eyes. So as to the simple battery family violence, we are asking for a cash bond. We're asking for a $2,500 cash bond on that. We're asking for a $5,000 cash bond on the battery family violence. No alcohol, drugs, weapons, stay away from her, and to stay away from the location as well. And just making it clear that no contact would include third-party contact as well. Thank you, Judge.
All right, Ms. Welch, I see you on the Zoom. Please raise your right hand if you'd like to make a statement. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give today will be the truth to the best of your knowledge and is given under the penalty of perjury?
Yes.
All right, what would you like to tell me?
He didn't choke me with his hand. He had his elbow like this into my throat.
Okay. The facts, I'm sorry, I didn't give you the instructions. The facts of the case are not as important to me. I need to know if you have concerns for your safety and if you wish to have contact with Mr. Brown. That's what I'm most concerned with, Ms. Welch. So what would you like to tell me in light of those instructions?
I don't have concern for my safety. I don't feel like he'll do that again. He promised me he was gonna stop drinking and seek help.
All right. Is there anything else you'd like me to be aware of at this time?
And he is welcome around me.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Welch. Mr. Abraham?
Yes, Your Honor. As shown, Mr. Rodney Brown. He's 52 years old. He has his BED. He's currently working at Pascal's. He's a line and prep cook there. He's been working there for about 2 years. Before that, he was working in a warehouse. And before that, he was working at a different warehouse. Uh, he has spent his entire life in Georgia and Atlanta. He has all of his family here. He has 8 kids. He has ranging from 29 years old to 35 years old as the children. For his address, his good address, which is not the Swanee address listed in the affidavit for arrest. He's been there his entire life, receives mail there, of course. For his community ties, Your Honor, he does stay in touch with his community by distributing food afterward, plates, meals to local unhoused people around his job. As to bond, Your Honor, I'm not quite sure where the state got all these magical jail calls from, and I would love to hear them. Obviously, we're just talking about the bond hearing today. But for these allegations, he's absolutely denying the allegations, of course. Your Honor, this arises out of the case, or out of this case, just about a week, I believe, week and a half before, essentially a very close person to him had just passed away, somebody he had known since he was 14 years old. So I would like to also put that on the record. And as to the bond conditions themselves, Your Honor, we would ask for it to be as low as possible considering financial stresses and strains on Mr. Brown. We would defer to Ms. Welch as the no further violent contact and then also no stay away. Mr. Brown does not reside at that Suwanee address.
All right. Defendant is going to receive a $6,000 surety bond, $2,000 on count one, $4,000 on count two. He's to have no contact with the alleged victim. I'm sorry, and they are not alleged to live together. That part was not clear, either Mr. Abraham or Miss Evans Battle.
I just know that was the incident location, Judge.
Okay. Okay. So he's gonna. And was the incident location his address, Mr. Abraham?
No, not
Okay, so he stay away from that incident location, have no alcohol, no drugs, no weapons. His case is going to state all purpose on the 30th. It can be revisited, any aspects of the case can be revisited at that time. Is there anything additional from State of Defense?
No, Your Honor.
All right, best of luck to you, Mr. Brown, and all parties concerned. Who do we have next?
21, Mr. Newman.
All right, good afternoon, Mr. Newman. Your case is 26 CR 003912J. You're charged with battery, family violence, and simple battery, family violence. Do you understand your rights? All right, thank you, Ms. Harvey.
First arrest, Your Honor. Recommendation is to use JR through the jail.
All right, thank you so much. Ms. Spear?
Yes, Your Honor. The long and short of it is that he came home from rehab and found another man with his current flame there. A fight ensued. We are asking for a $2,000 surety per charge. No further contact with the victim, Christian Dawkins. I hope I said that right. I thought I saw him earlier. Stay away from from 45 Boynton Road. Where's my brain today? We did reach out to the victim, but since I did see him, we'll see if he wishes to address the court before I relay any information that I got secondhand. No drugs, alcohol, or weapons while on bond for anger management courses. Thank you.
All right, it's Christian. I'm sorry, the name was Christian. What was it again?
It's Dacus.
Dacus. Okay,
all right,
thank you.
sir. If you wish to make a statement, please raise your right hand. You swear or affirm the testimony against today be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
I do.
All right. Again, I'm most concerned today with concerns you have for your own safety and desire for contact. What would you like to tell me?
Yeah, I have no concerns for my safety. This is a unprecedented experience, so there's no history of violence. I would, however, I'm fine with contact. This is his primary place of residence, but I would like to agree to either have him be escorted to the premises or else have an arrangement that one of us vacates the resident permanently.
Okay. So you don't want to live with the defendant, but you don't mind him contacting you. Just want to make sure I'm being clear.
That's correct. I don't mind him contacting me. I don't mind him coming to get his things, but I would like to make an arrangement for us to no longer live together.
All right. Thank you. I appreciate you coming to court to make that statement. All right. All right, Mr. Ponder, please proceed.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Newman is 39 years old. He's been living in Georgia for pretty much his whole life, since for about 30 years. Um, Again, this is his first ever arrest. He is actually working on his second master's degree. He has an MBA. Right now, he works as a researcher at Emory University. He is a graduate student again. He has served in the military. He is a former Marine from 2006 to 2014. Um, as far as the bond conditions, we would refer to the victim, Mr. Jenkins, and being that Mr. Noonan is on the lease, they both, I guess, are on the lease. I guess my understanding is that Mr. Newman will return back, and that Mr. Jenkins wanted to leave, be exported to allow him to, I guess, gather his things and leave, or however they work that out. And for those reasons, again, we would ask the court for a signature bond, no stay away order from the address, and no violent contact with the victim, Mr. Davis.
All right, I'm gonna do this. Defendant is gonna receive a $4,000 surety, I'm sorry, signature bond at level 1 through pretrial services. It'll be 3,000 on the battery, 1,000 on the simple battery, for the total of the 4,000 signature at level 1. He's to have no further violent contact with the alleged victim. However, I am going to order the stay away just for now to give them some time to cool off. Mr. Newman can return one time with a member of law enforcement to get any items. He's to have no alcohol, drugs, or weapons. And after the time, since they're to have no further violent contact, they can speak to discuss who will remain. But for now, we're going to have Mr. Newman come and collect his items. The case will be reset for the notice, and he's also going to take 2 of the one-day anger awareness courses. Is there anything additional?
Not from the state.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
All right. Best of luck to all parties concerned. Who do we have next?
23, Mr. Phillips.
Okay, Mr. Phillips, good afternoon. Your case is 26 CR 003940J. In this case, you're charged with theft of mislaid property. Do you understand your rights?
Yes.
All right, Miss Harvey.
You read, I did, was that 22 or 23, Your Honor?
It's 23.
Okay, sorry, I thought we
I'm
already.
sorry, what is your name, sir? Let me make sure I'm doing this right.
Kelly Phillips.
And it's Telly Phillips, correct?
Yeah.
Number 23. So I read it right. 26
Okay,
CR
I think,
003. And
well,
this
that's
is
my
theft.
notes.
Yes, 23.
Okay, so. Okay, well, Mama, Your Honor, which means I read a 22 earlier, I believe. I apologize. Telly Phillips is one cycle. Last arrest was April 2nd, 2023 for an FTA out of Fulton, and there's a hold out of Decatur, Georgia for criminal damage to property from February 26th of 2026. Recommendation is a level 1 and nothing further.
Okay. Okay. Miss Spear?
Yes, let's see, June 13th, couple days ago, at Georgia Tech, the defendant was seen on camera taking a phone from the sitting area of the Crossland East Tower of Georgia Tech, 264th Street. That's 260 4th Street, and exiting campus. There's a $1,000 surety already set. We ask that it remain no further contact with the victim, Ridkia Kumari. We have not been able to reach her, and to stay off of all Georgia Tech buildings, campus, and premises. No drugs, alcohol, or weapons while on bond. Thank you.
All right. Is the alleged, sorry, what was the last name? It was Kumari?
Ritkia Kumari, I believe is how it's
All right. Is that party present? Which is make a very brief statement. All right. Hearing none, Mr. Ponder.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Phillips is a lifelong resident of Atlanta, Georgia. He doesn't have any children, graduated from Mays High School. He has and it was basically the incident. He heard the report, he saw a phone, picked it up. And then that is kind of where this all arose. There was no allegations of any sort of violence or any sort of fear regarding Mr. Phillips. He is unable to post any bond at this time. He does have a good address where he lives with his mother and his brother and sister. That is a Metro Atlanta address. So he will be able to be contacted and come back to court. For those reasons, we would ask for a signature bond. If the court is not inclined to allow a signature bond, we would ask for the lowest possible bond in this case.
All right, defendant's gonna receive $1,000 signature bond through the jail. He's not to return to Georgia Tech at any of its points, have no alcohol, drugs, or weapons. Is there anything additional?
Nothing from the defense.
All right, best of luck to you, sir. Who do we have next?
Number 27, Mr. Taylor.
All right, Mr. Taylor, your case is 26 CR 003915B. You're charged with 2 counts of simple battery, family violence, 1 count of terroristic threats and acts, and 1 count of obstruction. Do you understand your rights? All right, thank you, Ms. Harvey.
Yes, Your Honor. Last arrest was June 10th, 2026, out of Atlanta for driving while license suspended. There was a NOLO. There's a 2019 driving while license suspended or revoked, 2013, 3 counts of entering auto, 2015 CWAC offense, 2014 registry violation related to the CWAC offense, 2004 aggravated battery and possession of a firearm, and a 2005 simple battery. There is an additional open case, Your Honor, under 26 PI 004746 for aggravated assault and simple battery family violence. The recommendation from pretrial is a level 3 and nothing further.
All right, thank you, Ms. Spear.
Excuse me. Yeah, so this happened last December at 5058 Old National Highway in College Park. Essentially what happened is the victim, who I believe I saw on here earlier, and I'm sorry if I say your name wrong, Tanaya Henderson, was involved with a physical altercation with defendant Mr. Taylor. Apparently they ran into Mr. Taylor's other baby mama.
Yes.
So in any event, the phone was checked. There was a text message in there that said, "If I come in there, I'm gonna knock your motherfucking head out, bitch." They both went into the establishment anyway. Once inside, the verbal dispute escalated into a physical confrontation. The victim says the defendant punched her in her jaw and then dragged her by her hair. Staff had to separate them. She admits that she did strike him in self-defense. They were living together at 2460 MLK Jr. Drive in Atlanta. They tried to follow up with the defendant. He said he was being treated at Grady and hung up. They got him on the phone again and said, "No, I wasn't going to Grady. I don't want to talk to you." Hung up. They asked if he would like to come in and give his side of the story. He hung up. We have spoken with Ms. Henderson, who is present with us. We are asking for a $2,000 surety on each of the simple battery family violence, $1,000 for terroristic threats and acts, $1,000 for obstruction, for a total of a $6,000 surety. No further contact with the victim, Tanaya Henderson. I'm sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. Stay away from both 5058 Old National Highway and or 2460 MLK Jr. Drive. And 4 anger management courses, no drugs, alcohol, or weapons.
Thank you. All right, Ms. Henderson, please raise your right hand and unmute and listen for instructions. Do you swear or affirm testimony you give today be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
All right, I'm most concerned with any concerns you have for your safety and whether you wish to have contact with the defendant. What would you like to tell me?
Yes, I do want contact with the victim. I was mad and angry. He was actually trying to provoke the situation happening because of the person that came in the club. He was trying to protect me, but I got mad and went against him and basically provoked him. I should have left when he said, "Let's go." No, I'm not fearful for my life. No, I don't mean it. And yes, I do want contact. I actually take care of him. I'm his caregiver.
All right. Appreciate you coming to court to make that statement. Mr. Ponder?
I believe this is my client, Your
Oh, I'm
Honor.
sorry, Ms. Kim, please proceed.
Yes, Mr. Taylor is 53 years old, Your Honor. I believe the client, my client and alleged victim, they live together even though they don't have any children together. This happened more than 6 months ago, so I think no further violent contact is appropriate for this case. And we ask for signature on bond through a pretrial, no matter what level it may be. He does have education up to 11th grade. After that, he could not complete his GED. He does not have any employment because of his disability on his right hip, and he does walk with a limp. He does need to get a surgery done. We ask for the signature on bond through pretrial so he can get his medical attention and medical cares. That's about it, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, defendant's gonna receive a $2,000 surety bond, 5,000 on each count. I'm sorry, 500 on each count. He's to have no further violent contact with the alleged victim. Stay away from that location. Have no alcohol, no drugs, no weapons. Is there anything additional? All right. Best of luck to all parties concerned. Who do we have next?
And two, Mr. Hoskins.
Okay, Mr. Hoskins, good afternoon. Your case is 26 CR 003944G and you're charged with obstruction. Do you understand your rights?
No.
Thank you, Ms. Harvey.
Yes, Your Honor. Arrests out of Georgia and 2 out of North Carolina. Last arrest was April 26, 2026, out of Clayton County for robbery, theft by taking, and battery family violence. There was no disposition listed for this case, Your Honor. It appears to be open. There also appears to be an open case out of North Carolina for assault with a deadly weapon, serious injury, simple affray, and providing fictitious info to an officer. And nothing further, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Ms. Spear.
The allegations are that he stole his mom's car. Her purse was in the car with some medication. Then he fled from the cops and wrecked the car into a tree and then took off on foot. We were searching for the auto theft warrant. We couldn't find it for some reason. There's a $2,500 surety already set. We would ask that it remain. We have not had contact with the victim, his mother. I believe her name is Vanne Hoskins. Since we have not had contact with her, we are defaulting to no further contact and a stay away from her
Wait,
home.
Ms. Spear, he's charged with obstruction. Is there
Mhm.
another charge here?
Nope.
Okay, all right, well, I don't think that would be appropriate in light of just an obstruction charge. But
Our
go ahead,
concern, Your
continue.
Honor, was that according to the warrant, she has had multiple problems with him before. And in this particular instant, when he took her car and her purse, her medication was in it.
I
and
get that part, but the charge is obstruction. So, all right,
Understood.
keep going. All right, keep going. Go ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. If there's anything additional,
No,
Ms. Spear.
no drugs, alcohol, or weapons while on bond.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Mr. Honda?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Hoskins is 21 years old. He's been living in Georgia for the past 2 years. He does live with his uncle and mother, um, and siblings, in a Metro Atlanta address, so he will be able to come back to court by receiving mail there. He has completed some college, graduate of high school in North Carolina. Um, he is at the point in life, Judge, where he understands the gravity of these charges. He's at a point where he is seeking to get his life back on track. And I think has been accepted into a college program that he's eager to get to. He's unable to post a bond. He would eagerly like to be released so that he can um, kind of get on track, defend these cases, get them all behind him, and start his new life. For those reasons, we will be asking for a signature bond, otherwise the lowest possible bond.
All right, defendant's gonna receive $1,000 surety bond. He's to have no alcohol, drugs, or weapons. Is there anything additional?
Nothing
All
further.
right. All right, best of luck to you, sir. That concludes your case. Who do we have next?
We go to the waiver case, tab number 10, Mr. Science.
Okay. Oh. Is there anybody who's medically reset that's not a waiver today? or
No,
anybody who was released?
no, ma'am. But they have one of
Okay, so everything left is a waiver. So number 10, we'll take waive case of Nishan Sayars, 26 CR 003927Y, in which defendant is charged with criminal trespass. Ms. Harvey?
Yes, Your Honor. His only arrest was May 22nd, 2026, out of Michigan for carrying a concealed weapon. That does appear to be an open case, Your Honor. Recommendation is a level 2. Nothing further.
All right, thank you. Mrs. Estrada?
Yes, ma'am. So Mr. Sayers was arrested for criminal trespass, and this is because he broke into an unmarked police department car trying to get out of the elements. This happened just yesterday, so I'm guessing he was trying to get out of the rain. We're asking for a $1,000 signature bond, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons, no further violation of the law while out on bond, a social worker for BHET and housing, plus any other conditions. And
All
this
right.
was at 200 Turner Drive, Atlanta, Fulton County. But as I said, he just broke into an unmarked police car, and I don't know if he knew that was a police car.
Okay. Defendant, unless Mr. Abraham has any objections, but I doubt he will. Defendant is going to receive a $2,000 signature bond through the jail. He needs to stay away from that location, have no alcohol, drugs, or weapons. I am going to ask the social worker to meet with him if possible prior to release, but we're not going to hold his release for that social worker. Is there anything additional?
Not from the state.
That's from defense, Your Honor.
Nothing, Mr. Abraham. Okay. The next case I have, we did that one. What will be our next waiver? Number
13.
Number 13. Okay, Christian Grice, 26 CR 003924A, in which defendant is charged with theft by receiving stolen property. Ms. Harvey?
Yes, Your Honor. Last 16 cycles. Last arrest was August 29, 2025, out of Woodstock, Georgia, for possession and use of drug-related objects and purchase, possession, manufacture, distribution, or sale of marijuana. There's a 2023 obscured or missing license plate, 2019 carrying a weapon without a valid license and possession of tools, 2019 possession of marijuana less than an ounce, 2018 possession of marijuana less than an ounce, and 2018 driving without a valid license. Does appear to be on probation out of Gwinnett County for fleeing or attempting to elude a police officer. Sentenced May 28, 2024. Also appears to be on probation for possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony, possession of marijuana with intent to distribute, and possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. Sentenced December 23rd, 2024. Recommendation, Your Honor, is a level 3 and nothing further.
All right, thank you. Mrs. Estrada, please proceed.
Yes, ma'am. We're asking for a $2,500 surety bond, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons, no further violations of the law, a social worker for BHET, plus any other conditions, and an anti-theft course. This is because the defendant allegedly found the victim's phone in the street, and before giving it back to her, he sent his sister $1,300 from the victim's Cash App. And the victim said her phone fell out of the vehicle as she attempted to roll the window up, and he found it, and it took him about a minute to return it back to her. And in that time, he was able to transfer the $1,300.
I don't know how I got muted. Mr. Ponder, please proceed.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Glass did waive his appearance, also on his behalf. I want to make the argument for a signature bond. He's 29 years old. He's been a lifelong resident in Atlanta, Georgia. Um, he has some high school education, and he does work for a landscaping company. He's been working there for about 8 years. Um, he is unlikely able to make the bond, any bond amount working against him as a no bond. So for those reasons, we would ask for the signature bond, but if the court is not inclined to allow a signature bond, we would ask for the lowest possible bond in this case.
All right. Defendant's going to receive a $1,300 surety bond. He's to have no contact with the alleged victim, have no alcohol, no drugs, no weapons. Is there anything additional?
Nothing further from the state.
I'm sorry, and that was an increase from the original
What
$1,000.
was, well, okay, you can stay at 1,000. I thought it was 15 original.
Or
Was it originally 1,500? I thought I was dropping it slightly. I won't increase it. What was his original bond? Okay. Will it be at $1,000 surety bond, no alcohol, drugs, weapons, no contact with the alleged victim, and he is to meet with a social worker if possible.
All right, thank
All
you.
right. Is there another waive case?
16.
16. Okay. Thank you for that catch, Mr. Ponder. I would not increase that. I thought I was dropping it. All right. Let's see. We'll take up the case of Demetrius Holt, 26 CR 003908J. Defendant has waived his appearance. He's charged with simple assault, family violence, theft by taking, and obstruction. Ms. Harvey?
Last arrest was January 13th, 2026, out of Fulton County for theft by shoplifting misdemeanor. There's a 2023 conviction for theft by shoplifting, 2023 burglary, smash and grab, giving false name and obstruction, 2020 simple battery, family violence, giving false name and obstruction, 2018 identity theft, 2017 criminal trespass and obstruction, 2016 theft by shoplifting, and 2015 disorderly conduct. 08 aggravated assault, false imprisonment, and battery. There appears to be He's on probation out of Fulton County for theft by shoplifting felony, sentenced in 2024 to 9 years and 7 months. Also on probation for burglary in the second degree, 3 counts out of Fulton County. An open case out of DeKalb County for burglary in the second degree. And an open case out of Fulton County for burglary in the first degree under 25 SC 000225. Nothing further, Your Honor. I'm sorry, recommendation is a level 3 and nothing further.
Thank you, Ms. Spear.
Yes, Your Honor. The victim, Brandy Pouncey, it said that her ex-boyfriend, the defendant, were arguing at 758 Ponds. She alleges that she is 2 months pregnant with his child. She stated she had woken up the defendant who had been drinking, and when he woke up, he threw a clear glass bottle at her and missed. While they were talking with the victim, the defendant arrived on scene. Victim handed the defendant her phone, and he took off with it. He was later detained at 776 St. Charles Avenue, and her phone was therefore recovered. State is recommending 1,000 surety per charge. No further contact with the victim, Brandy Pouncey. Stay away from 758 Ponce and the FVIP program. Again, we haven't had contact with Ms. Pouncey. No drugs, alcohol, or weapons while on bond. Thank you.
I don't see anyone with that name here. Let's just make sure it's Brandy Ponce present. Okay, hearing that, Mr. Ponder.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Holt is a lifelong resident of Atlanta, Georgia. He's 56 years old. He did receive his GED. Right now, he does have an address that he does not share with the alleged victim. He lives with his uncle, that is in the Metro Atlanta area as well. And just to provide context and speaking with my client, at the time, per the report, there was the allegations that he fully denies between him and the victim. When he did arrive, I guess while she was speaking with the officer, she had handed him the phone, and I think at that point the officer asked the victim, was he who she was making a complaint against? And then once he confirmed that, and the officer then tried to approach Mr. Holt, that is when he I guess, began to try to avoid the officer. So it wasn't as if he was coming to just take her phone and deprive her from it. It just so happened that at that time she had just handed it to him, and then he was approached by the officer. So for those reasons, we would ask for the a signature bond on this case, or the lowest possible bond.
All right, defendant's gonna receive a $1,500 surety bond, 500 on each count. He's to have no contact with the alleged victim and stay away from that location. If he needs to return, he can do so one time with a member of law enforcement. He's to have no alcohol, drugs, or weapons, and his case is going to all purpose on the 30th. Is there anything additional?
That's right. Okay.
All right. I believe the next one is 25 and 26, which I believe is the same person.
Statute
Uh,
18, McElroy.
oh, I missed 18. Okay, I thought I was doing good. Okay. Mr. McElroy, case is 26, CR 003910H. Defendant is charged with trespass and obstruction. Ms. Harvey?
9 cycles. The last arrest was April 1st, 2026, out of Atlanta for willful obstruction of a law enforcement officer. Appears to be on probation for this case, sentenced May 26th to 12 months probation. In addition, there's a 2018 theft by shoplifting, which was sealed in 2020, 2017 knowingly driving on a suspended or revoked registration, and 2015 theft by shoplifting. Recommendation is a level 1 and nothing further.
All right, thank you, Ms. Spear.
He also has a felony obstruction open. Did we say that?
Okay.
It's from April of this year. Okay. Yesterday, Sergeant Phillips was patrolling MARTA and he saw two gentlemen lying down across the seats, which is a violation of the policy. He woke them both up and said, "Hey, prove that you're supposed to be here. Let me see your breeze cards, etc." One guy did, the defendant did not. At that point, Sergeant Phillips said that he was being issued a 12-hour stay away suspension from MARTA. Defendant still wouldn't get up, still wouldn't provide any information. Sergeant Phillips said, "Time to exit the train." He still wouldn't get up. At that point, Sergeant Phillips says, "You're under arrest for criminal trespass." He stood up in the seat. The defendant stood up in the seat, but still failed to comply. Wouldn't put his hands behind his back, wouldn't stop resisting. Finally, Sergeant Phillips had to pepper spray him. So this already a $1,000 surety per charge set. We would ask that remain and stay away from MARTA in compliance with any bans, suspensions, or otherwise. No drugs, alcohol, or weapons while on bond.
All right, Mr. Ponder.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. McElroy is a 31-year-old lifelong resident of Atlanta, Georgia. He graduated high school from Maynard Jackson. He currently is unable to post any bond or any bond amount. We will ask for a signature bond or the lowest possible bond in this case.
All right, defendant's gonna receive a $2 cash bond, $1 each count. He's to comply with any restrictions placed on him by MARTA, have no alcohol, drugs, weapons. I am gonna ask that a social worker visit him and his case is reset to June the 30th. All right, are we now on Benjamin Michaels?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Michaels is charged in this case 26 CR 003911F with simple battery. Ms. Harvey?
38 cycles. Last arrest was May 15, 2026, out of DeKalb County for disorderly conduct. That does appear to be an open case, Your Honor. Appears to be on probation for pedestrian and roadway, possession, use of drug-related objects, in disorderly conduct. Sentence May 12, 2026 to 12 months probation. That's out of Fulton County. Also appears to be on probation out of DeKalb County for willful obstruction of a law enforcement officer. Sentenced March 5th, 2026 to 12 months probation. There's probation for theft by shoplifting and willful obstruction. Sentenced February 4th, 2026 to 12 months probation. In addition, there's a 2022 criminal trespass and PI charge, 2020 simple assault and obstruction, 2019 criminal trespass, simple battery on simple battery against a police officer, 2018 aggravated assault, 2018 giving false name, 2017 criminal trespass and theft by shoplifting, 2016 disorderly conduct and criminal trespass, 2016 terroristic threats, and at least 4 other convictions in the history, Your Honor. Recommendation from pretrials are level 3 and nothing further.
All right, thank you, Ms. Spear.
Yeah, he was at the emergency room at Northside Hospital at 1000 Johnson Ferry Road in Sandy Springs when he threw a computer monitor at the victim and it hit her in the chest. We're asking for a $1,500 surety, no further contact with the victim. Her name is Tasploy Dickens, and to stay away from Northside Hospital at 1000 Johnson Ferry Road, absent medical necessity. No drugs, alcohol, or weapons while on bond. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Mr. Ponder?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Michaels is 32 years old. been in Georgia for about 16 years. Um, we would ask for the lowest possible bond in this case, Your Honor, and possibly maybe a visit with the social worker for mental health
I'm
evaluation.
so, I'm sorry, Miss Spear, I didn't hear your amount you requested again. What was your requested amount? You're muted, Miss Spear. And I didn't mean to cut you off, Mr. Ponder. I just wrote down nothing. You're
Sorry, I
muted.
was muted. 1,500.
1,500. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mr. Ponder. Please continue.
Yes, no, I was finishing up saying the lowest possible bond. He's unable to make a bond, but we also probably need to visit with the social worker for mental health.
Okay. And he was at the hospital getting care. And the alleged victim was who, Miss Spear?
Her name is Taskfoy Dickens. I didn't get her exact position. I don't know if she's an administrator, although that's what I'm inferring based on the location
Right.
and what happened. But I don't have her official position, just her name, Taskfoy, Taspfoy Dickens.
All right. Defendant's gonna receive $1,000 surety bond. He's to engage with the social worker. He's to have no further violent or harassing contact with the alleged victim and stay away from that location unless seeking medical care. He's to have no alcohol, drugs, or weapons in light of the surety bond. He's going to all purpose on the 30th. Is there anything additional?
Nothing from the defense.
All right. And now we're to Mr. Is it Redding, 25 and 26. His first case, 26 CR 003905F. He's charged with driving with a license suspended or revoked on June the 12th. And then he also has 26 CR. Is this the same person? I just want to make sure. 003913F, in which he has 3 counts of battery family violence with the offense date of April the 6th. Looks like the birthdays match. Ms. Harvey?
Yes, Your Honor. 8 cycles, Your Honor. Last arrest was out of Fulton County for knowingly driving on a motor vehicle on a suspended, cancel, or revoked registration and driving while license suspended or revoked. That does appear to be an open case out of Fulton County, Your Honor. Your Honor, there's an open case under 26 PI 004742 for CWAC offenses. It appears he went to felony today for that case. There's a 2018 criminal trespass, 2018 driving without a valid license. There's also 5 cycles out of Florida, including a 2017 operating a vehicle while driving on a suspended license. Recommendation is a level 3 and nothing further.
All right, thank you, Ms. Spear.
He's got 11 cycles out of Georgia is what I show, and he's got 5 from Florida, including an FTA from 2014 in Florida, but he's got a 2026 FTA from us. Back in April, Chelsea Redding, the victim, who is also his sister in this, called 911 to say that she had been assaulted by her brother at 259 Richardson Street. She said she had gone to that location, which is their mother's apartment, to get the keys to her car. But when she arrived, she tried to leave, and the defendant stopped her from leaving because he wanted the keys to the car. He then pushed her backwards, knocked her on the ground, struck her in the face several times. Results are abrasion to the shoulder, bruising and swelling to the eye, and a knot on her head. The other one, driving with a license, I NOD'd the marijuana possession charge. There's a $600 surety already on that one. We would ask that it remain. For the family violence, we're asking for 2,000 surety per charge for a total of 6,000. I guess that for both cases, it would be 6,600. We have not heard from Miss Redding, but we are asking for no further contact with Chelsea Redding, his sister, the victim in that matter. Stay away from 259 Richardson Street and 12 anger management courses, as well as no drugs, alcohol, or weapons while on bond. Thank you.
All right, I don't see that party booth sound anyway. Is Chelsea Redding present? All right, seeing none, Mr. Ponder.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Redding, lifelong resident of Georgia, and he's 30 years old. He has 2 children, ages 7 and 9. My understanding is that the 259 address, he lives currently with his mother. Don't believe that the victim lives there. Um, so we would ask if possible he could have a non-violent contact with the victim. but there not be a stay away order from that address against his, I believe he does live there and the victim does not. Um, uh, for those reasons, we would ask for the lowest possible bond in this case, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. For the case ending in 3905F at position 25, defendant's going to receive $1,000 surety bond. He's not to drive unless he has a valid license. And have no alcohol, drugs, weapons. That case is going to all purpose on the 30th. For the case ending in 3913F, defendant is going to receive a $1,500 surety bond, $500 on each count. He's to have no contact with the alleged victim. I am going to order to stay away from that location if the victim resides there. What he can do is return one time with a member of law enforcement to make that determination. If the victim is no longer there or does not reside there, he can return to that location. Otherwise, he is to collect his belongings on a one-time basis. He's to have no alcohol, drugs, or weapons. His case is going to all purpose on the 30th. Is there anything additional?
No.
All right, I believe we've completed the entire state all purpose calendar. Is that correct? I'm sorry, state expedited accusations.
Yes, we're done either way. Call it what you want.
We're done.
What happened
I'm
to
sorry.
Yeah,
What happened to who?
the bullet? Ever have his case?
Isaac Bullock Jr. I think it might have been on the add-on or.
There were only 2 cases on the add-on.
Bullock has a felony warrant on his case, so we should be NOD in our case if I haven't done it already.
Okay.
Yep, okay.
All right, Ms. Bridgewater, will you please review this calendar for
I
me?
certainly will, Your Honor. Once again, the reset date for the SAP calendar is June the 30th. Position number 1 is reset further notice with a total $6,000 SOB through pretrial. Position 2 is going to the SAP calendar with a $1,500 good bond. Position 3 is reset further notice with a $3,000 SOB through pretrial, and I have per judge. 4 is going to the SAP calendar with a total $1,500 good bond. 5 is going to the SAP calendar with a total $4,000 good bond. 6 SAP calendar with a total $6,000 good bond. 7 is going to the SAP calendar with a total $25 cash bond. 8 is going to be reset further notice with a total $3,000 SOB through pretrial. 9 is going to the SAP calendar with a $2,000 good bond. 10 is reset further notice with a $2,000 SOB through the jail. 11 reset further notice with a total $2,500 SOB through pretrial. 12 is going to the SAP calendar with a total $5,000 good bond. 13 SAP calendar with a $1,000 good bond. 14 SAP calendar with a $20 cash bond. 15 is going to the SAP calendar with a $2,050 split bond. 16 is going to the SAP calendar with a total $1,500 good bond. 17 SAP calendar with a total $1,500 good bond. 18 is going to the SAP calendar with a total $2 cash bond. 19 SAP calendar with a $40 cash bond. 20 is going to the SAP calendar with a $1,000 good bond. 21 is reset further notice with a total $4,000 SOB through pretrial. 22 SAP calendar with a total $1,500 good bond. 23 is reset further notice with a $1,000 SOB through the jail. 24 is reset further notice with a $2,000 SOB through pretrial. 25 is going to the SAP calendar with a $1,000 good bond. 26 SAP calendar with a total $1,500 good bond. 27 is going to the SAP calendar with a total $2,000 good bond. Now for the add-on calendar, position number 1 is going to the SAP calendar with a total $12,500 good bond. And position 2 is going to the SAP calendar with a $1,000 good bond. Are there any questions, comments, or otherwise?
On position 22, it's a $1,500 good bond with a 10% option.
Okay. I forgot to say the 15% option, but are there any others?
All right, hearing none, we'll be in recess until Wednesday's SCA calendar. So it's a pleasure to be with you all. Take care and have a good rest of your Monday.
It's a
Bye-bye.
pleasure
Thank
having you
you. You
today.
too.
All right.
Take care, everyone.
All right, bye-bye.